Well, greetings to everyone. This is Mike Donaldson. It's nice to have you here today. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day or night that it is in your neck of the woods. It's great to have you here. We're expecting quite a few people, so if you would, I'll try to get things started quickly. So, out of respect for your time, so welcome, Stephen, Serge from Canada. Let's see who else. We got Steen from Denmark. Anna, hello. Wayne, hello. Harry from Canada, hello. Andy from Liverpool, UK. And Dan H from Georgia. Cooch from the Poconos. Michael, good morning. Thanks for the shirt comment. On hot days like this, it's definitely comfortable. Hello. Alana, how are you? Mr. Solo, hello. Kaitumetse. I'm probably mispronouncing it, but for which I apologize, but I wanted to try. Gladys, hello from South Africa. Steen. You should be getting it, Steen. It is going out. I will double check everything. In fact, I'll do it now while we're waiting. But they're scheduled to go out, and you might check your spam folder. Lennart from Sweden. But like I say, hello to everyone. We're going to get things started pretty quickly. Let me do one check here. Oh, there it is right there. I can check it there. Give me just a second. Something was brought up that I want to double check on and be sure that it's all set up. Integrations, thank you. Live replay notifications. What are them? Email gateway, 2 emails, and phone notifications. There should be 2 emails coming out. One to confirm and one 15 minutes before. What I will do is I'll go back in and change it, and be sure that and I'll have some additional notifications sent out. Replays, let me check on that. The replay recording is definitely enabled, so that should be coming out to you. If you continue to have the problem, let me know. But check your spam folder. Okay. Okay, Ian. The recording should be coming out in email. If you didn't get it, I can. I hate to post them in the group, but okay, Akash, hang on. We'll cover all those things today real quickly. For anybody who's new, hasn't been on this platform before, there's a chat column on the right and also a Q&A column. For any questions you might have, if you could click on the Q&A column at the top, it should turn blue, and then you can type in at the bottom, and that'll give you allow you to put your question in. I'm going to get started with the presentation, but since I'm alone, I can't answer questions on the fly, so I'm going to turn off the chat. As soon as I get things set, I'll turn the chat off and then turn it back on right before we get started. But with that, let's get things going. And so Donald says he's not receiving them either. I'm not sure why, Donald. That's because it's the system it's on to do that. But let me know afterwards. And all of those things will be explained. Okay, that's what the presentation is for. We'll cover all those questions that you have. And if I don't, you can ask me at the end. But before I turn off the chat, what I want to do is I'm going to turn my camera off, turn on the screen share. Okay. And allow. Okay. Can everyone see the screen? Give me a 2 in the chat if or Q&A if you can see the screen. Okay. Okay. We'll talk about that email alert after. Okay, everybody's seeing that. So with that, I'm going to go into full presenter mode. Okay, we're here today to talk about passive crypto rewards from a company by the name of Vortic United. Many of you on here are affiliates with Vortic already. Some of you may be brand new and you're looking to get more information. Well, I'm an affiliate as well, and what I'm going to do today is give you information. That's really what this is all about, is to provide you with a lot of information and to answer questions. But first of all, what we need to do that's exceedingly important is talk about risk. That's many countries require risk disclaimers, and the United States tends to be maybe the toughest in enforcing that. So we want to be sure we follow all the guidelines. We do not provide investment advice here. I'm not providing investment advice because I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a provider of information, and the information provided on this webinar does not constitute investment advice, financial advice, trading advice, or any other sort of advice, and you should not read any of the content as such. We're not recommending that cryptocurrency should be bought, sold, or held by you. Do conduct your own due diligence and consult your financial advisor if you have any concerns or doubts before making any financial decision. Please check with your on your local rules before joining any cryptocurrency platform. Cryptocurrency trading is risky, and the potential loss of part or all of your crypto is possible. The information that we're going to provide today, which includes pictures and graphics, are for educational and illustration purposes only. Vortic United is not regulated by any regulatory body. They deal with cryptocurrency or any government agency and offers no guarantee of any rewards. Past rewards earned by the community members are not and should not be considered a guarantee of future rewards. Never ever risk more capital with any program than you can afford to lose, and all online programs carry a high risk. Do conduct your own due diligence, as I said earlier, and consult your financial advisor if you have any concerns or doubts before making any financial decisions. Okay, the founder and CEO of Vortic United is Jensen Robles. Jensen's father was born in the UK. His mother was born in Austria. Jensen was born in the UK and raised in Germany. During his, after his initial foray into the job market, the recession came. He, after that, formed a client base, and in 2022, last year, in September of last year, he was convinced to take it public, the type of trading and the success that they were having. So the company, Vortic United, was started in September of last year. Makes it almost a year old. In fact, we're getting ready for the celebration of their 1-year anniversary. When we first heard about it, my business partner and myself, we had a lot of questions, a lot of concerns, because we've been in other programs like many of you, and we wanted to find out what was real and what wasn't. So we flew to Turkey. We flew to Istanbul, Turkey, which is where Jensen had relocated. He had a private office in Singapore, which is still there, and a private office in Munich, Germany, which is still there. But he had relocated. Turkey's very friendly toward cryptocurrency. He had a lot of plans, a lot of vision for the future, for a community that could participate on the type of level that usually hedge fund people participating in hedge fund get to participate in. So his vision was bring that down to people so it's affordable and so that they could participate. Turkey, Istanbul was a perfect location as far as he was concerned because of its friendliness toward the cryptocurrency market. In fact, we saw several exchanges on different corners in Istanbul. So it's really quite a different place from a lot of other countries, and certainly from what we typically see in the United States. We spent a week there asking a lot of questions, interviewing We got access, met the head of IT, Marco. We had met the head of the analytic team, Martin, and we also met Stefan, the right-hand man of Jensen. Stefan's in Singapore and controls a lot of the support and operations related stuff. And both Marco and Martin are located in Munich. So this was a chance for us to really get to know Jensen more and ask a lot of hard questions, which we did. I will mention that recently Jensen came to the United States and was in Las Vegas for a small event. And during that time, people got up on stage who had been to Turkey after the opening of the office, which I'm about to show you, and they had physically held Jensen's passport in their hand, because that's oftentimes the question, is the person really who he says he is? Plus, we have a Meet the CEO call every Thursday where you have a chance to ask questions yourself. So if you've not been on one of those calls, there will be one this Thursday. But a lot of questions that I know you want to ask, I'm probably going to be able to at least give you a partial answer today. So I look forward to that. The office, part of Jensen's vision was opening an office in Istanbul. And so in the Kartal district of Istanbul, there's a very tall building, and it's what I would call the tech area of Istanbul. And Jensen leased about 4,800 square feet. This was when they first got the keys to go inside. And then in April of this year, held a grand opening, and you can see that there were a number of people there that had a chance to see the office, meet Jensen face to face, and talk about the future, their future at Vortic United, which also means the future for the community. That was on April 8th of this year. And then, like I mentioned, Jensen was in Las Vegas last month. We had encouraged him to come over. There were some investors that wanted to meet with him, had a chance to do that. Also during that time, the Martin, who heads up the analytic team, he did a presentation, a Zoom presentation to everyone who was there. They had to sign a non-disclosure agreement because he went into detail on their strategies and showed some of the proprietary software. But more importantly, he also showed active trades for millions of dollars up on the screen during the Zoom call. And there were a lot of people that were witness to that. Okay, licenses. People are always asking about this. And this was generated a month or so ago, and maybe a month and a half. Jensen spent some time in Singapore because he wanted to restructure the company for the future. And you can see here that Vortic Holding Limited in the UK is now the major corporation or holding company for these different entities, which involve consulting and the future exchange and the payment solutions and that sort of thing. And you can see here that there's the company names and also the licenses. So when you look at the replay on this, or if you want to take a picture of this, you're actually encouraged to go look up in the public registry these different entities that have been formed to help structure for the future. Okay, this is just a screenshot of when we looked inside the software, we wanted to see. That's not something they typically do publicly. The only other time that people who have gone to Turkey sometimes have been able to see it, but the first time that it was shown what I'll call publicly, but they had to sign non-disclosure agreements, was in that recent event in Las Vegas. But Jensen believes in transparency. We encouraged him to do something to make it as transparent as possible that they were actually trading. And indeed, what he did after we requested that is that the trades are now located in the back office where you can see them daily on a daily report that shows exactly that where the trades were entered, where they were exited, which ones won, which ones lost. So you can look daily on any given month. It'll start at the beginning of the month, and they're posted and saved for that entire month. Then the next month starts. When we were there in January, we did have a chance to, Jensen showed us a couple of accounts here that were through November of last year, and you can see two different percentages for these two different Binance Futures accounts that funds are held in. I will say that the funds at any given time in the trades, there's between 5 and 10% at risk, and the balance of the money is kept in a cold storage wallet to protect it from hackers and that sort of thing. Plus, it lowers risk. Risk management's very important. We're going to talk about that in a second. But here's an example of what you can see in your back office. If you don't have a back office, you can get a free account by going to the person who was kind enough to invite you to this call. Get back with that person, have them give you a link, and you can get your free account started. You can go back and daily, you can see what the trades are, and you can see what they've been for this month. Here you can see starting January 19th through the 23rd, you can see different wins and losses and what took place. But in your back office, you can even get a better picture. This is just a shot that we took to show people the kinds of things they can see in the back office. Okay, let's talk about the trades, because people oftentimes focus on the win percentage, and the Vortic United win percentage is very nice. But what happens if it's only 50%? Well, what becomes really, really important is risk management. And you ask why? Well, that's because let's say you lost 5 trades and you won 5 trades. Well, with good risk management, let's say on those 5 trades that you lost, you kept your losses small. You risked $1,000 per trade. You lost that, and so you lost $5,000. But on the trades that you won, you let them run. You used a 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio on your winning trades. And so you risked $1,000 per trade, but you won 5 trades, making a total of $15,000 using that 3-to-1 risk ratio. That means the net on that particular day would have been $10,000. And looking at this example, this isn't an actual trade day. I'm going to show you some of those. Here's May 23rd. The win ratio was 60%, but it resulted, because of good risk management, in 45.96% in profit and 5.69% in losses. Here's May 25th, 57% win ratio, still good, but that resulted in 15.2% in profit and 5.38% in losses. Okay, let's take a look at, you're going to learn a little bit about different packages that are available. And what we did is we actually took an example from March 4th to May 31st. It's pretty typical of what we've seen since January. That's why we took it over a 13-week period. And what we saw, that there were 376 trades that were executed, 260 winning trades, 116 losing trades. Package A would have generated 52% in profit, package B 65%, package C 78%. You don't know yet what packages are, but we're going to share that with you in a minute. The win-loss ratio was 69%, quite nice during that period of time. Let's take a look at those packages, including the new packages that were just released this weekend. The company cannot promise a fixed return because performance varies depending on the market situation. But based on average past results, which, as we know, past results don't guarantee future rewards, but based on what we've seen since January, the package A has a duration, 46 weeks. Minimum package size is 50 USDT, 50 Tether, the cryptocurrency. The reward is up to 0.8% per day, Monday through Friday, which is about 4%, up to 4% per week. But once you deposit, those funds are locked for 46 weeks. The earnings that you make, the rewards, they can be withdrawn anytime you want. And we're going to talk about the new automatic withdrawal policy in just a minute. But the package B has a duration of 40 weeks, a minimum package size of 2,500 USDT, and the reward is up to 1% Monday through Friday, or a total of up to 5% per week. Package C is up to 1.2% per day or 6% per week. The minimum package size is 10,000 USDT. The duration is 36 weeks. Those packages, your funds are put in, and it earns every single day. And those earnings are posted, and so you know exactly what they are. On the compounding package, it's a little confusing because the compounding has already been calculated, and that's where the up to 1.8% each day, Monday through Friday, comes from. Minimum package size is 5,000 USDT. The duration is 32 weeks. But let's use 5,000 as an example so I can show you how this is different than packages A, B, and C. You deposit 5,000 USDT. That's locked up for 32 weeks. All the earnings that you make are also locked up for 32 weeks, and that's where the compounding comes from. But it makes up to 1.8% each day. So let's take it on a weekly basis. That would be 450 USDT per week. In other words, about 9% a week. So 450 the first week, the second week, the third week, the fourth week, the fifth week, all the way up to 32 weeks, 450, 9% a week. The compounding has already been calculated. At the end of that period of time, on all of these packages, whatever the deposit was, you get 80% of that returned to you as part of your reward. On packages A, B, and C, you're going to get that at the end of the duration of, be it 46 weeks, 40 weeks, or 36 weeks. You'll get 80%. On the compounding package, you also get 80% return. So you would get back at the end of 32 weeks on the compounding package 4,000 out of the 5,000 you deposited, plus all of the rewards, and those rewards would have totaled 14,400. So you would have been returned at the end of 32 weeks 18,400 USDT, which then shows up at the end of that 32 weeks in your balance, and then you can withdraw it. You can do whatever you would like with it, but it all comes out at one time on the compounding package. Okay, let's talk about the new packages, the new reward packages as of August 19th. There's package D, which is 28 weeks, up to 1.4% daily or 7% weekly. The minimum amount is 30,000 USDT. There's also a short-term package of 60 days, one of 45 days, and one of 30 days. And you can see the minimums there. All the funds come out at the end at for the short-term packages. All the funds are held until the end and paid out at the end. Interestingly, on the short-term packages, 100% of what your deposit comes back to you, not the 80% like we're used to with the other packages. So as an example, on short-term 1, the 60-day program, you would receive the 1,000 back that you put in, plus 460 USDT or 46% rewards. So you'd end up getting 1,460 USDT at the end of the 60 days. If it was 45 days, you would get your 7,500 back plus the 40% or $3,000. So you'd end up getting 10,500 at the end. You're not paid out week. I mean, you can't withdraw weekly. But all of that comes out at the end of the investment, like it says, where it says the word payout. On short-term 30 days, minimum 25,000, up to 32% reward. So basically, you're going to get your 25,000 back. and then you're going to get that 32% of 25,000, which is $8,000. So you're going to 8,000 USDT. So you're going to end up with 33,000 at the end of 30 days if you're participating in the short-term 30-day new program. But again, 100% of your deposit will be paid out at the end of the duration on those short-term packages. So I wanted you to completely understand what the new packages are. People have those questions, and we wanted to be sure that they were answered. Once you start those packages, the short-term package, you cannot add to them. Okay, they're locked in for a certain period of time. So if you start, let's say, with short-term 2 and you put in 7,500 USDT, you can't add to that package. But at the end of 45 days, you'll get that back plus the 3,000 in rewards that you were anticipating. Okay, compound interest, what Albert Einstein described as the eighth wonder of the world. Most of us understand it because of what we pay when we're buying a house or some other high cost item. But when it comes to receiving money back, compounding can be great. When we first started in January, compounding was not available. Now, when funds come into your balance, you can take some of those funds and compound them in a package you already have. Originally, you'd have to buy a new package. Now, if you have a package C and you make 100 USDT, you can take that 100 USDT and put it in your package C. If you have a package A, which is 50 USDT to start, and let's say that it builds up to where it's worth 2,500 USDT, you can contact support, and literally within minutes, they will upgrade you to a package B. So now you can upgrade if you reach up to a higher level, and you don't have to wait for just the compounding to do it. You can add funds as well, and then upgrade it to when you've reached the limit of the minimum for the next package. When you add or when you upgrade, the clock starts counting again on the duration for the package. So if you add to a package B, let's go back for just a second. Okay, let's say package B, it's 40 weeks. Let's say this week you compound, you add funds to it. The 40-week clock starts ticking again. So each time you add, it will extend out the duration of that particular package. Some people like it, some people don't. The people who like it, it's kind of like if they have money in a bank, let's say, and they're earning and they want to continue earning, they have no reason to pull it out. So they like having it in there, continuing to earn. The people that don't like the extension, they like things fixed. Your option is to start a new reward package, because you can have as many reward packages as you want. You're not limited by a certain number of packages. Now, for the people that decide that they want to keep extending it out, remember on package A, B, and C, and the compounding package in D, there's the 20% at the end. Remember, on that 20% at the end, that's taken out when you get those funds back. You avoid that by compounding and extending the duration of that package. Again, some people like that, some people don't. So, payments. You can pay using Bitcoin, Ethereum, and USDT Tether on both the ERC20 Ethereum network and the TRC20 Tron network. In terms of withdrawals, it's the same coins. You can deposit in Bitcoin and withdraw in Tether, so you're not locked into one particular coin. It's what you want. There is the payout subject to a 5% fee, which is fairly typical in the industry these days. The previous payment plan, or let's say withdrawal plan, called for once a week. And that's, over the weekend, you typically request a withdrawal, and within 48 hours afterward, typically on Monday, ever since we started in January, clear up to week before last, it was always on a Monday, like clockwork. Last week, Jensen was concerned because of the growth about and wanted to automate the process more. It's semi-automated. He wanted to automate it so that you could withdraw at any time that you would like. So you can withdraw during the week. You can, as long as you meet the minimums, you can withdraw. The latest news, as of posted yesterday, was that the IT team was testing it, and he anticipated in 1 or 2 days that it would be complete and online, and that you would automatically get any withdrawals that you currently had in the system. 1 day would be today, 2 days would be tomorrow. I don't know exactly what's going to happen, and whenever you're dealing with IT, sometimes there can be delays or glitches, but I would think Jensen is pressuring them to have it complete by the time we have the Meet the CEO call on Thursday. So I'm looking forward to it. I don't have any inside information. I'm just saying what was posted yesterday in the Telegram room, and it'll be reposted today, just because it's important stuff for people to know. But that's what Jensen posted yesterday after consulting with the IT team. They're making good progress. Okay, we could end right here with just what you're going to earn from the packages, but some people like the referral program. They like to earn extra income by referring other people, and there's 3 ways to earn, and we want to show you what those 3 ways are if you decide to share it with someone else. There's the direct commission. You refer someone directly, you invite them, your next door neighbor, and they deposit 1,000 USDT, and the company rewards you with a 10% commission of 100 USDT. If your neighbor decides to refer his brother, who lives in the next town over, then what happens is that neighbor receives the 10%, and you receive 4%. So in the case of, if it was another 1,000 USDT, your neighbor would get 100 USDT, and you would get 40. So that's how that system works, down to 15 levels. In order to unlock the payments for those, you have to be at a certain level within the company. But for those first 3 levels, it's the apprentice rank, and the apprentice rank, once you buy the minimum package of 50 USDT, you are qualified as an apprentice, and you're qualified for those first 3 levels. Second method of referral income is the daily residual commissions. Members are earning 5 days a week. As those earnings are posted, a certain percentage is an ongoing residual commission for you if you referred that person, or if they are on your team. On your team means if anyone you referred directly has referred some other people, that's your team. And you can see it goes down 15 levels here, but it also is limited or unlocked once you reach certain levels. And you can see names like partner and operator and manager. We're going to cover those in just a second so you can see what we're referring to. This is the third method, referral method of rewards, and they're rank rewards. And basically, there's the ability to earn up to 1.2 million in rank rewards. And I will say that there are people at the Ruby level, and you can see that bonus for that is 160,000 USDT. What happens at any of these levels where you earn these rank rewards, you don't have to go ask anybody for them. The second that you reach that rank, the money is instantly deposited into your balance in your wallet in your back office. So it happens instantly, without any request, without any paperwork, without any questions. And it's been happening for a year. So if you start as an apprentice, like I said, to get those first 3 levels of the direct referral bonus, you start with a $50 or 50 USDT package. Now, you don't get a bonus for that, but you also don't have a team. So, but once you're at 100 USDT in your own personal packages and your team's at 1,000 qualified volume, and that could be one person or it could be 20. It's not based on the number of people, it's based on dollar volume. But the instant you hit that agent level, 50 USDT is instantly deposited in your account. And as your team grows, and it can grow quite quickly, once you hit partner level, then that 250 USDT instant bonus goes in there, and on so forth all the way up to 700,000 USDT at the diamond level. Now, there's about 3 or 4 people that I know that are at the ruby level, and I'm sure that some of them soon will be emerald or diamond. So we're seeing it happen during the first year of the company being in business. There's a mega event going on right now that ends on the 30th. So yeah, we're getting a little late in that event, but it was extended to the 30th. If you're just getting started, you might be surprised how quickly you can qualify, but there's several different forms of qualification. It will be a mega event from September 20th through the 24th in Istanbul, Turkey. You can either earn accommodations in a very nice hotel, or flights and accommodation, or business class flights and accommodation. So there's 3 different levels that you can realize here, and you can see what the requirements are. But in order to get started and participate, you actually have to click a button in your back office to say that you want to participate. And I would even do it now, even if you haven't, even if you're just getting started, because it could be advantageous. Upcoming enhancements. Well, we talked about for a while about compounding, and as of about a month and a half or 2 months ago, that feature became a reality. Coming soon are fiat deposits or withdrawals. What's fiat? Well, if you're in the UK, that would be the British pound. If you're in most of Europe, that would be the euro. If you're in the United States, it would be the US dollar. If you're in Canada, that's the Canadian dollar. Fiat currency is the currency of your particular country or region. And soon you will be able to deposit and withdraw with fiat. The bank has processed all the know your customer information on Jensen and the company, and now it's just doing its thing. And as we know, banks and financial institutions take time. So by the end of the 4th quarter into the 1st quarter of next year, we're anticipating a Visa, MasterCard, debit card that your withdrawals can be put on that card. You can use it just like you currently use your Visa and MasterCard, which could be quite handy. Makes it really simple for using the rewards that you earn. A marketing page. We're going to get an update on Thursday from Jensen, but that's due out anytime. His IT or his people were working on completing that. That would be a personalized marketing page that you can use to promote Vortic United, and it'll have your link connected to it, and then it makes it easier to share the rewards program with others. Why Vortic United? Well, I mentioned that we have those weekly CEO calls, and I'm going to give you show you the link in just a minute. But what other company really does that? Has their CEO, their real CEO, get out there every week and field questions from the field? Well, Vortic United does that, and we're doing it again this Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern, and we encourage you to participate. And why Vortic United? You can earn rewards up to 0.8% to 1.8% per day with a low entry cost. And starting packages make it easy for virtually anyone to participate. We have a very active Telegram community, Facebook group, and YouTube channel. Where are those links found? In your back office. Under media, you can find those links. Why do we do it that way? Is to work to keep spammers from hitting up the whole community with spamming them. So you have to have, at the very least, a free account where you can get the links in the back office. The new automated anytime withdrawals, which from from according to Jensen's post yesterday, we expect any day now, and I would anticipate sometime this week. Don't know exactly when, but that will be anytime withdrawals from what I understand. And remember, popular cryptos, it isn't some junk coin. You can deposit, withdraw with Bitcoin, with Ethereum, with USDT on both the ERC20 and the TRC20 network. Remember, we've got the Visa card, the debit Visa card or MasterCard coming end of fourth quarter, into first quarter of next year, and the marketing page, which is coming soon. We also hold a Grow Your Business training, Success Building 101, on Saturday, each Saturday at 12 noon Eastern. There is the link, successbuilding101.com. We go through social media, how to use YouTube, giving people not only education on how to do it successfully, but also some tools to help you do it. The opportunity calls or informational calls like you're on today. We do that 3 times a week at different times so we can accommodate people from around the world. We do it at Monday at 11 Eastern, Tuesday at 3 p.m., today's call, 3 p.m. Eastern, and tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern, again, to accommodate people from around the world. Same link that you use today, passivecryptorewards.com. And I'm going to check to see why some people aren't getting the replay, and if that helps, and then we can go from because the system says it's doing it. So be sure and check your spam folder. Okay, I mentioned the Meet the CEO call every Thursday at vorticunitedceo.com, vorticunitedceo.com. And how do you get started? Well, step 1 is to get back with the person that referred you and thank them for, showing you what can be done. Get with that person, get their affiliate link. It's free, and start a free account. Take a look in the back office for yourself. Then if you decide that it's the right thing for you, fund your account. And once the funds show up in your Vortic United wallet, select your package. I really want to emphasize that last one. The default when you go into the back office is the package A. If you put $2,500 USDT in expecting to do a package B, and you don't check package B, it will give you a package A, and then you'll have to go through a process of with support to get that corrected. So it's important to select the package that you actually want. Here's the media section, media center in the back office, and you can see the 3 different links for Facebook, YouTube, and Telegram. There's also a copy of the presentation. Hasn't been updated with all the latest information because of the changes that took place over the weekend, but it gives you a lot of the slides that you have that you've seen over the last few minutes. And what I need to do is close this out. And I'm going to turn well, I never disabled the chat, so shame on me. But that's okay. Turn off the screen share, turn this back on. So with that, okay, now I'm going to go into questions and answers. And since I didn't shut off the chat, I'm going to go to the bottom of the page. Anna asks, where are you, Mike? She's in Colorado Springs, beautiful area. And I'm in Ohio, near Cincinnati. Corey from the Netherlands, Elizabeth, greetings from Norway, Darren from the UK. Oh, I'm in the chat. Forgive me. Q&A. There we go. Okay. Question from Ian. We'll be able to get a recording. Ian, I'll tell you what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to go grab the link to yesterday's recording, and I'll put that in the chat right now. That way, I've added a few things like the licenses today that weren't in that one, but let me go ahead and your links, replay, select session. That's Monday. Okay, there we go. Monday the 21st. Copy. Forgive me for taking a minute to do that. In the Q&A section, I am posting the link for the replay. This is what people should have received. So the Henrik asks, is Jensen with us today? Well, he's alive and well. But the Meet the CEO call is on Thursday. Go to vorteCunitedCEO.com and register for that. He will be live and in person. When will the withdrawals be back? Akash asked that, I think, before the webinar, so I've answered that. I'm not receiving a replay. Donald, there's the link from yesterday, and I'm sorry, I don't know why, but please check your spam folder. The 3 new plans. Okay, Akash, I think I did that, and hopefully you it made sense to you. Okay, Brittany, and if you're not part of the Telegram room, I strongly suggest you go there, because at 7:30 last night, Jensen posted the update about the withdrawals. In fact, just a second. And it is now officially reposted in the Telegram room. And that's where you need to look for the updates. Sometimes he tells me that it's coming. This one he didn't. I just saw it last night at 7:30 when it happened. So that's the latest. He said the next day or two. You never know with IT. It can always be delayed, but I think he definitely wants to get it in place before the Meet the CEO call. Okay. Marie, you're asking about the withdrawals. Again, you get with the person that referred you. They should be able to explain. There have been posts in the Telegram room about the status on the withdrawals, and there was a post last week that explained about the upgrade that was being done. In spite of the recent stoppage of payment due to the restructuring, do you believe it is still a good idea to sign up new people this week? Michael, what you do and what I do might be different, but what I would do is because if I was a new person, I'd want to verify that everything's running smoothly. And I would say within the next day or so, you're going to see that, and you can show it to them. And you can show them that now things have changed, and instead of once a week, they can withdraw once a day if they want. So I would. It's not much of a wait, but that's what I would personally do. When can we see the month of July and August? Not sure what you mean by that, Akash. It's in your back office. So if you mean I'm not sure what you mean by the month. Let's do something here. Since let me go look. And while I continue to answer some questions, I'm not comparing Vortic with other platforms out there. I know each platform has a way to handle their issues. However, one thing that seems to be similar with other PLA, it didn't finish. Oh, it continued. Is the week 5 or 7 days? Well, you get paid 5 days a week. The weekends, the company earns additionally with trading that they put in a reserve and that they also use for protection and to pay bills. Akash, whatever the minimum says on the 45-day, I don't have it right here in front of me, but let me reporting. Okay, and then Akash, I think you asked about July and August. Well, August is in your back office. Click the left arrow and it takes you back through all the days of the month. It actually, it even goes back into, well, they tend to update it just for the month. So August is there. The trading feed, which is under reporting. So that's where you're going to find it. Continue. Do I need it? Okay. Jonas, one thing that seems to be similar with And regulations issue is that they are starting receiving a cease restrainer from California, then issue to withdraw, and then everything collapses. How do Vortic can assure his customers that will not happen? For what I see, Vortic has received a letter from California State, which is correct. They start having issue with their payment. Well, I do realize that it seems coincidental, Jonas. You're going to have to be the judge for that. Most companies, once there's a payment restructuring or whatever, a payment change, that payment change never happened. So it's happening this week. Jensen also told me that they're going to be releasing a company guide to compliance. Why do I say that? Because in my experience, most companies that fail because of management, or mostly because of lack of compliance from affiliates like us. Affiliates can ruin things very, very easily. So it's plus, if you're in the country, if you're in the United States, that is a different set of circumstances than if you're a company outside the United States. I understand from Jensen, and I encourage you to ask him the question on Thursday. His attorneys are working on that issue, cease and desist issue in California, and what that cease and desist does. And it was caused, in my opinion, by the actions of an affiliate who wasn't being compliant, and they don't like that. But it says that it's asking Vortic United not to market in the state of California. That's what the cease and desist does. There is an opportunity for the attorneys to respond to that. Again, that's a good question for Jensen on Thursday. I'm not part of the company, so I don't have a specific other than what Jensen has shared with me. Cooch, if you were to have 10,000 USD in PAC-UC and add 2,000 to it after 10 weeks, at the end I will get back the original 10 USD. What happens with the whatever the amount is total, Cooch, is what the 80% is taken from. Okay, Paul, you're saying good question concerning Cooch's question. Bob Moore, for example, on package B, a total of 40 weeks. After 10 weeks have passed and you decide to add funds to that package, does it start from time back to the beginning of the 40-week period? No. The total amount that you've deposited in there is the 80%. The period starts over again every time you add to the funds. When you add, the day that you add funds, that you compound, the 40-week period starts over again. One will, Edmund, I think, asked and answered, hopefully, about the withdrawals. Mike Lucas is no longer Sam's asking about Mike Lucas. And I hope you all wished him a happy birthday yesterday. He and Jensen disagreed on something. Mike decided that he wasn't going to be a master distributor anymore, so he's attending to our personal group and focusing his energy on that. So hopefully that answers the question for you, Sam. Sam, why don't you say hi to him? I know he was celebrating his birthday yesterday. Can you please offer the Saturday training on another day, or do you record it? Some people cannot attend on Saturday. If you register, Sharon, you get a recording. So, and I'm running out of days of the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I didn't want to do it Sunday. So I would suggest sign up for it, and you'll get the recording. Does cease and desist in California affect the existing members? Harry asked that, was nice enough to ask it privately, but I will speak publicly. It means that the state of California is asking Vortic United to not market to people in California. I would suggest that you ask more in-depth question about that with Jensen on Thursday. His attorneys supposedly are working on it. I can't confirm that, and I have no idea where they're at. I know they were coming up with a course of action. Sandra, should members have any cause to be concerned with or nervous about the delayed system payouts? I think there's always concerns, Sandra, and I'm not here to, but realize Jensen posted yesterday, and I think they should have announced it before they did it. I'm critical of that, but Jensen announced that within the next day or so it would start, and then you can withdraw every single day. So I would say give it through Thursday at the Meet the CEO call. I think you should see it in place then, and any nervousness you have about the withdrawals hopefully will be taken care of at that point in time you see the funds come out. So when you do a repurchase, it doesn't change the duration. Yes, it does change the duration. Let me be clear about it. It increases the package value, but it resets the duration. If I wasn't clear about that, I apologize. Any update on Vortic operating in the U.S.? Anna, there's no problem with Vortic operating in the U.S. There's a cease and desist in California, and the attorneys are working with California, is my understanding. And that cease and desist doesn't affect the United States. It affects marketing to people in California. Sam asked about Mike Lucas again. I think I answered it. Verna asks about transferring from the original plan to the short-term plan. I think the answer is going to be no, but I don't have a definitive answer for you, Verna. I would suggest you ask support. They should give you an answer shortly, but I think the answer you're going to get is no. Edmund, you're asking about whether the withdrawals are instant or do we have to wait 24 hours. I think that remains to be seen, Edmund. I think it's going to be instant, but again, I don't know. There may be a 24-hour or a 12-hour, 6-hour, 8-hour period of time. So I would say once it's released, we'll know more. And again, it'll be some of the major questions that happen on the Thursday, Meet the CEO, and I will ask Jensen in the meantime and probably have an update on it for tomorrow's webinar. And Verna, I don't think you can transfer it like that, but again, ask support. Thanks, Alex. Harry, the link for, and it'll be posted in the in Facebook, in the team Facebook, not team, in the corporate Facebook. It'll be posted in the corporate Telegram, but it's vorticunitedceo.com. Hopefully that, and you can go there right now and sign up. vorticunitedceo.com. You're welcome, Sean. Recording, Sharon, I'm not sure what you mean by recording is perfect. Does that mean you received like from yesterday or something? Okay. You're welcome, Marie. Okay, so Harry confirmed with support. I take it, Harry, about transferring like a package C to one of the short term. Is that AW says SEC is clamping down on all crypto operations. California is the start, in my opinion. Move Vortic registered office out of the U.S. There is not a Vortic registered office in the U.S. So the registered offices you saw from the licenses that I listed earlier in the presentation. Very often, AW, that is the choice that companies have. They can either fight it and respond to the cease and desist and do whatever's necessary. They can continue to promote in the United States until certain states do things, if that's what those states feel are critical. And I'm going to be critical of California. I grew up there. It's okay. They're quick to jump on anything, and legitimate or not legitimate. So some of the information in the cease and desist is just totally incorrect. But that doesn't matter. They did it. So now Jensen and his lawyers have to respond to that, and then they have a decision to make. The decision could go a couple of different ways. Is it going to destroy Vortic United? No, not necessarily. Is it going to can the state of California go to Turkey and take all the money? No, they can't do that. Things like that aren't going to happen. What's going to happen, exactly what the plan's going to be, I'll leave that to Jensen on Thursday. Tina likes the plan options being increased. Mayorette, can you upgrade from a package C to a D? Again, I think you can, but again, it's a question for support, but I think that's possible. When my time expires in package A, do I get notified? Actually, what happens, Armelia, is that it should just appear in your balance. In other words, it should automatically happen where it moves over to your balance and those funds are available to you. Is there a Vortic app? Jerry D, I'm really glad you asked that question. There is one planned for the future. There is one out there that's a total scam, and they'll ask you for money. Please, please, please don't anyone use an app if it should appear in the App Store until there's an official announcement sometime in the future. Any Vortic app that you see is more than likely a scam unless Vortic has announced it. And I have been told about people who actually paid money because they were told they'd get in some special group. There is no such thing. They've used my name. They've used Mike Lucas's name. They've used Jensen's name to say, spend your money and get in this special group. There is no such thing. So, Kelly, about the ecosystem coming soon. Rather than describe it all, if you go to the website, the Vortic United website, there's a roadmap of that will show you things that are planned and that are coming. And if you scroll down to where it says charting a new course, in fact, let me do this. This is what you're looking for. Now, I realize that there are, this is question and answer, and I'll go on to try to answer everyone's question. I realize that some of you might have things to do and you don't want to sit through the questions. But if I can help share some and answer some, if you scroll down, this is on the just on the website, vortic-united.com, and you go to learn more and you scroll down, you're going to see a roadmap here, and it's going to describe a number of things. Here it talks about Q3, Android and iPhone mobile app. Again, it's going to be a great question for Jensen. In my experience with apps, and I'm no great expert, but Android's simple to get an app approved on the Android platform. iPhone is much more difficult, and I don't think they'll release one without the other. They'll do it at the same time. Again, a great question for Jensen on Thursday. And for those of you who are going to be attending that, I promise you I will try to get Jensen to slow down his answers because he can be difficult to understand when he gets rolling. So I will do my best. But there's discussion here about the token ecosystem, about Vortic Connect and copy trading and profit sharing program and an exchange and a number of things. It's in the roadmap, and I think you'll find it interesting, and it may answer some of your questions. Ecosystem above new payments, so you don't have to wait for weekend. Yes, that's correct, Harry. You don't have to wait till the weekend to ask for a withdrawal. Well, currently, under the old system, you didn't have to wait till the weekend. You could request a withdrawal, but it wouldn't be paid out until the following Monday, and which means that if you earned from when you requested the weekend, those earnings wouldn't be included in that withdrawal, and you'd have to cancel it and put in a new one. So, but you could withdraw it, just didn't come to you. So, is there going to be a delay time? I don't know. It's supposed to be fully automated, so again, I'll try to have Jensen. If I don't have the answer before the call on Thursday, I'll prep him for that. That's going to be a very important question. When my downline short-term package expires, will my group volume go down or stay the same? That's a good question, Mel. I really don't have an answer for you. That's a good question. Not sure. I'll find out. Yes, you can. I did it. Harry, you did what? Forgive me. I mean, as we go through all these questions, because you've been kind enough to put in some different things. New payment system and I'm on site. Can you please tell Justin to slow down? Yes, Lorette, I will do that. Whether it'll help or not, I don't know. I'm in the same boat you guys are. Yeah, it's difficult, and my hearing's bad, so I have the same problem. Highs and lows sound differently, and so with accents, it's tougher. I don't have a way to show the captions on the screen. I potentially can convert it afterward and do that. So I'll be working on that this week for those who struggle with that, with the answer. I'll have a video created that's got closed captions, and I'll post it in the group for anybody who wants it. Cooch, thank you for saying something. Jay Daniel, several months ago in webinar, Jensen had promised that within weeks we would have the capacity to combine packages into one. No, he never said combine a bunch of packages into one. You have that opportunity right now, Jay Daniel. You have the ability that if you have a package and you've reached the next level package, you can contact support and they will upgrade you to that package. But it's always been stated that you can't combine multiple packages together. That's always been a really clear limitation on the upgrade process. But if you, because I have multiple packages before you could upgrade, before you could do things. So I have an A, a B, and a C. Now I can't put them all together in a C. Okay, you just can't. You can't do that. But if I could potentially take the A, and when it got to 2,500, contact support, and they would instantly bump it up to a B. So one package can be upgraded to a higher level package. That's basically the way it's set. I'll do what I can, Tina. AW to the president, thank you for your time. This is quite informative. My attend subsequent meetings to submit the learning operations in the program. You appear to be forthright. Thank you. I try to be forthright. Remember, I'm an affiliate like you. I'm not an employee. So let's be sure we understand that. Okay, let's see if there's... Okay, new package of those copy trading, or is it possible to repurchase? There is no copy trading currently, Anne-Marie. The new packages are the new packages. So if you want to participate, they're there for you. John, do I think Vortic will keep their word about the withdrawals coming back? Yes, I do. Yes, David, for Haiti, the referral bonuses do apply for the new packages. As far as I know, I'll get absolute verification, but yes, it will. Now, remember, you get an instant direct referral when that package is purchased. So that'll tell you right there. And then the other ones wouldn't come until the end of the package since the funds are locked up. Okay, Rafael, Craig said someone did in his downline upgraded from a package C to a D. So there's a real life example. It works. Now that the problem is, I mean, not problem, but one of the reasons it works is because there's regular payouts on the C and the D. Whereas on the short term, they're locked in. You can't add funds to it. So they're different types of packages. So it makes sense they would allow you to upgrade. But thanks for posting that. Garbla says, from the understanding, instant withdrawal is only on referral commission and not on daily profits. That's true because typically they don't move your daily profits over until you're on your packages until the end of the week. So that would be true. But any other anything that shows up in your balance, you can withdraw. Can someone have two accounts? You can have two packages. You cannot have two accounts. And Samuel says, if one adds funds, is it going to reset? It will reset the duration, yes. Anytime there's a funds change in the package, it will reset the duration. And let me check Q&A for the last time. Steen's asking about the presentation where the new packages are included. I just did that. I made that. So you can ask support if they can get Jensen's permission for me to give it to you. But I just made the changes on what I had. So repurchase Michael is definitely adding of funds. In other words, if you generate some rewards and you decide to repurchase, meaning compound those funds into an existing package, the package duration resets. Your repurchase has to be within the same package to combine all of your repurchases into one. Not sure if I'm getting what you're saying. You can compound in any package you have. You specify the package. But if you're wanting to upgrade a package, you can't combine multiple packages. You can take one package and upgrade it to the next level, but you can't take other packages and combine it into that package. They're all separate. The only thing you're doing here is by adding funds or compounding, you're moving up the level of this package until it gets to the next higher level. Then you're contacting support and telling them you've reached that level. They check it, and then poof, that, let's say that B becomes a C or the A becomes a B, that sort of thing. But it's revolving around that one package, even though you might have multiple packages. It's upgrading that one package. Hopefully that clears it up. Okay, it looks like we've maximum withdrawal. Naguana, I don't think there is one, Samuel. I know some people pulled out some really big money. There's minimums, but no maximum that I am aware of. So I know some of the people who earned that 160,000 USDT bonus and they withdrew it. So I know those kind of numbers are possible. So thanks everybody. Appreciate it. Thanks for staying so long. Hopefully I answered your questions. and look forward to invite somebody for tomorrow. It's 9 p.m. tomorrow night if they're in a different time zone or different area around the world. And I will do my best to get some of the questions answered that you asked that I didn't know. Thanks to those who clarified, who had some downline that had combined a C with a D or had done that they did different things. In fact, I'm still curious. One last thing. Harry, I'm sending you my email. Do me a favor, send me an email and tell me what it is that I think there were two different things you were talking about that you said, yes, you can, I did it. I'd like to know what you did so I can be sure I'm giving people good information if you've already accomplished it, because there were a number of different questions about different areas that I just want to be sure. We know that C can be upgraded to a D, but there were some other things that that were unclear that if somebody has done it, I would like to know. So, Harry, if you could do that, send me an answer to that, I'd appreciate it. Thanks, everybody. See you soon. And don't forget, vorticunitedceo.com, and sign up for the Meet the CEO call on Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern. If you sign up, you should get a replay. I'm going to go check out and see why some of you might not be. That's not typically a problem. It goes out. I'm also going to check my own email. If you have a Hotmail account, frankly, they're horrible for receiving things. They block almost everything. If you have a Gmail, it should be coming through. Talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.